Okay, hello. I'm Kenji, also known as Sarni, and I will be teaching a little bit about the import and export entities on Blender to Jagged Alliance 3. Um, to start it with, we have to install the software and the plugins and everything that's necessary to export the entities. So I'm hoping that you all have your JA3 installed and you went to the mod tools and is familiar with the environment. But if you're not so, you have a link that is on the chat here where you can go and download all the files that will be necessary. You will find there some samples from the Giant Alliance of the male and female model. Also, some free software related to if you need to see the textures and all the images related, because they often come in like DDS format or something like this, and also, the ideal is you to convert to the TGA format before exporting. So you cannot do this on like a regular image processing software. So I'm providing also this uh, free software on the same link. And also you will find a sample that we will be using to as example. I never imported this sample, so I'll do things from the beginning with all you guys. Um, yes, Targa, TGA. That's right. So okay, if you can, everyone find the file now, the sample, and you everyone have like all the software and all the plugins installed already, and we are good to go. Okay, so there you find uh, the image utils, that is all the software that I was talking about, Blender installation, HTML files for the presentation if you want to follow, and documentation of the Jagged Alliance 3 also provided with the game, and everything else right here. And this tool here is it's another modder created this tool to visualize the entities in the game. So if you are curious about it, you can open up, there's a readme, and you can learn by yourself. But I'm providing as well, and you can easily find on the internet if you look for. Also, the Blender plugin that comes with the game and the assets processor also comes with the game. But if you, for some reason, is missing these files, they are on the link. So right now, what I'm going to do is open the SWAT operator. I am instructing here. And in my case, I already have my Blender set with my tools and everything I'm used to do, and my scene here. I will just append the model here. But if you want to open up the file, it also works. Just a few seconds because my supercomputer cannot handle everything. Okay. All right. So in my case, why I have my startup file with like everything I need from the JA files, all the samples here, the male and female, and also the weapon samples. Because if I want to export a weapon, I already have here, but in this case we would not need it. I will delete it. Okay, and also we will be working with a male model, so I will delete this one as well. Okay, now I will append the file here. You have like the SWAT blend file, you can open this one or append the collection. Also, I must tell everyone that I am not a designer or very proficient with Blender. All that I learned because of this process. So it's not I'm not very proficient. So if you are like a Blender user, just don't mock me too much. Um, so here you can see the the model that we imported, right? And I choose this one because it's not perfect for starting, and I'm hoping that you also get this kind of model that they are not perfect. So I'm hoping to get some uh, problems, some errors here that may occur to you as well. So we can you can see me fixing, and if you face the same problems someday, you can fix it by yourself. Um, the first one that I see here, it's the lack of texture, of course, but I will do this later. I will fix the pose first. So I will go to the, I will see if this model have like a better pose, a rest pose. And let me see here. Yeah, it does. So, okay, I will change to this pose. It will be better for us to work with this one. Okay, so now pose mode again. All right. Okay, so now he will stay on this pose forever. Right. Um, Now, you can uh, turn on or like see the reference for the male model, right? The male model. So it doesn't match the pose, of course it doesn't. So we will have to work a little bit on this one, right? Okay, again. Okay. Okay. Um, let's go back to the male model. The reference here. You can use this one, but I like to use this another one here that comes with the skeleton as well. But there is some meshes for like the suit. You can just delete it if you want to. Mm, yeah, just wait a little bit. these steps to import, okay? No problem so far, right? Okay. Only a few decades later. Okay, this and this one I will get rid of because it's slowing down the machine. Okay, yeah. And now what we have to do is match the poles here because it will be easier to distribute the weights. So because if we do right now distribute the weights, it will work. Yeah, but for example, the hands will be really awkward in game, and everything else will be really awkward. So it won't be a good export. Uh, so from here, let's see, the size, the scale is good. So let's get rid of what we don't need on the scene. Let's see. Do we need the boots? Do we need the boots? Yes, okay, we need the boots. The boots say the helmet. Okay, we don't need the helmet. Oh, and we do the same with everything else. I will just change my skeleton here. I do change to show in front and show the axis because I need to orient myself where, like, when is top, when is facing the bottom. It's just a thing that I do, but if you don't need it, you don't need to change as well. This circle is something, okay, is from the mesh. This is also, by the way, this model is from the Sketchfab, a free site where you can get free models, so no problem with license here. So the gun, we don't need the gun. We hide the gun. What is this? Oh, this is the call. We don't need the decal as well, and neither this one. So let's keep going here. This is the face. Yeah, it's the face. Let's keep the face. The eyes. Magazine. We don't need a magazine. No. Okay. Okay. The idea is you to hide everything that you don't need, so it won't affect too much or when you do the match, the pose and the weights. Okay, this one, this one, this one. Okay, here, here. Okay, the hand is the hand. Yeah. Okay. Keep this one. Probably keep. Yeah. Okay. Nope. No. Part of the vest. We don't know. We don't need it. The belt. No. No. Okay. Keep cleaning everything here. All right. I think it's enough. Let me check here. Yeah, I think it's enough. Oh, there is a radio here as well. Okay. Now we are good to go with the uh, matching everything, the skeleton and the our base skeleton. So okay, they are not aligned and the pose doesn't match as well. What I'm going to do is uh, tweak the armature, because in JA3 for exporting you need to have a mesh parented to either an armature or an empty origin point. So I will keep the armature as origin in this case. Okay. Okay, there is some stuff here. I will apply all the changes. Right. Now it's better. Let me see. Okay, but why? Am I changing the wrong one? No, I'm not changing the wrong one. Okay, I don't know what's happening, but I will place a origin here, so everything will be parented to this origin. Right. Everything that I need is this, this. Okay. So now okay. What's going on? Okay. My bad. I was tripping here. Uh, um, is the X? Yeah, it's the X we need to change, not the Y. Right. So back to the one that I changed. It was this one. Okay. Back to your place. Let's get back the mail model. Now I change the origin. I will keep this origin. So it's the X. Okay, not perfect. So might be 2.5. Yeah, this is almost good. A little bit more. Okay, this is good. So now we are in the center. I will apply the changes and see on side here is kind of good, but can use some adjustment as well. And I think this model is like twisted, so maybe we will need to twist a little bit. The Y, no, the Z angle. Yeah, but I will not bother. This is too much. But if you want to do a better job than me, then you can twist it. Now the Y. Okay, this looks good. Actually, this is better. Yeah. Okay. You see that the model is almost there. So let's apply a little bit more. And now change Oh, the damn armature. But okay, I will have to hide everything here. So just to fix the fucking armature now. Okay. All right. Oh, they are matching now. I hope so. Yeah. Okay. Uh, Now let's go to the pose mod with the armature, and if you are lucky enough, you got some good armatures where you can use the reflected uh, pose. But if not, you have to do both sides, right? Let's see with this one. Uh, yeah, we gotta do the both sides on this one. And looks like it's not really well. Yeah, not really well the weights. You see, if we like move too much here, the central here is moving as well, so this is not good. We can remove these weights so it will not affect. But okay, this is way too advanced, so I will not do it here. I will just do the basics. All right. Um, the mesh and the armature. No, they don't. I'm adjusting because I did the parenting for the origin here. I I messed it out, but you don't need to do one and then another. You can do both at the same time. Mm, okay. The shoulder seems to match. Rotate the next bone, right? Yeah. The shoulder looks okay, looks good. So this bone here, because I'm very used now to the JA3 skeleton, I know that this bone corresponds to the clavicle on the JA3. So uh, maybe we should adjust this one as well a little bit, like this. But this comes with time. I cannot teach like everything at once because yeah, it took me a while as well to learn. So yeah, it's not like a complicated skeleton, this one, as to be honest, and it seems like to match all the dimensions, but as this the the model we are using to import, it's has been like exported and imported from another game engine probably, and it already lost some IQ Well, the connect is it lost some and lost like a part of the arm here. You can see it's not full length. Even if we will like do all um, the shoulder right and the elbow, it will not match the hand. It will not get there, right? If we can change the length of the bones, we can, but it's not recommended because when you try to match this skeleton here, it is hoping to have the same bones and uh, the same dimensions. So if, for example, we start to, because I will show what I mean here. When you have the this is the JA3 skeleton that we have right now. So you can see the difference is not he is not like in the same shape of the bones. The bones are not connected, right? They are working, but they are not really connected. So if you can, if you are good with Blender and you can do it, all right. But that's not my case. So I work with whatever I have here, and I do the same thing here to have some orientation. So this is was I was talking about. You see the on the this skeleton here, the another one, right? The clavicle bone is right here, but the JA3 one is right here. This is the clavicle bone. I will show here, right? You can see it will move there, right? It's moving. This is clavicle bone. So it's a little bit different. And when you start the process to export, uh, the FPX file will connect the bones. So if you change the dimension here on the clavicle, it should expect a larger arm. So you have to expand all the bones related. And I have no idea which are. I have some idea, but I cannot be sure. So I just don't. I just avoid uh, messing with the base mesh from the JA3. I try to do all I can in like scale with the subject object. But for example, if this model was a girl, mm, yeah, but it's hierarchical and the length between two bonds should propagate the change to the attached bonds. Yes, but I don't know about this. I'm just not good with Blender, so I do what I can here. This is my process. If you have a better process, you can do it. You can definitely do it, and maybe teach me. But here, if for example this was a girl and the skeleton for the female, it's a little bit smaller than the male one. So what I often do, I come on the scale and I scale the whole skeleton to fit. I don't do like bone by bone. In that case, we have is like the bone for the arm, it's shorter, but the you saw like everything else is a little bit higher, bigger than. So it was the process for like exporting, importing too many times that broke the another model. So is that model that is broken? So I don't know if we broke the two ones, because if I short this bone here to match it, it might get a nasty error on the export process. Okay, the animation is actually a recording of the rotation of each bone. So if the distance between the bones is different, you have most probably clipping in some animals. Yeah, this might happen as well. That's why I avoid changing individual bones. If I need to change the something in the scale, I do with the whole mesh. I just don't do with like separated bones. In this case here, I will I will distribute the weights anyway, and we will have like probably need to do the hands manually. So it's a good example, right? So we will have some practice with the manual weights, but you can clearly see that this model here it's not good because it was already clipping with the own weights. So probably someone ripped this model from for another game and import it, use it, and someone else uh, rip it again or export it again, and it was like changing and losing all the good settings and stuff. And this model came probably from Call of Duty. It looks like. Ah, okay. So now to distribute the weight and do all this stuff, you have all the documentation. So I will not go on details on this one. If you have like, if you need help, you just go to the documentation uh, and see how you can handle there. Um, okay, painting. Uh, 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 uh. I need first to apply the changes. Okay. Okay. Now changes applied. Now I can do the weight. Okay. Here, here. I will distribute the weight on the torso first. And there is a trick actually we can maybe use to do the hands. Um, just checking now if like everything is okay. Weights. Tight a little bit here. Okay. Too much, but okay as well. Okay, now it didn't got like the perfect match, but it's okay. For this demo, it's alright. There. So one thing you can do to test it if the weights, if the mesh got the weights, you can set the armature and come here and try the animation like this, right? It's moving, so it got the weights, and I know the animation already, so it is matching the animation, so the weights are not so bad here. It's okay. So for the hands, what we can do is actually change the dimension here. We can bring like the hand here just for distributing the weights. Maybe it will work, maybe it will won't, but we can try. Not Y, is the X. X. Okay. X. A little bit up. Up and back. Back. Okay. Let's try and see what happened here. Yeah. You one hand and then another. Okay. Let's see. Okay, hand. Yeah, I got some, you see. Not so bad, but we will need to work a little bit here. You can try to use these kind of tricks to fasten your when you are doing. So right now we will need to just fix here because I will show on the animation here. Yeah, the hand when all Slender Man here is not working. So let's do a little bit of work here. So this is for someone that is not familiar at all with Blender, but if you are, you just know what to do here, right? But if you are not familiar, you will need to match the weights. So for reference, you have like the finger 4 is this one. So you start here. It should be around here, and then 41 should be around here, and then 42 should be around here, okay, and not here. This is the 3. Yeah, this is the 3. So let's try to fix here. Okay, I like using the auto normalize. I have a better experience with this one. Yeah, they are very squared already. Yeah, this model is well traveled, very well traveled. Okay. You come here. Oh my god. Yeah, this model is awful. Jeez, man. Okay. This model is like a piece of crap. Alright, let's test this finger. Yeah, not very good. Okay. Here. Right. Then this one here. Oh my god, this model. Yeah. This model is so fucked. Okay. But you got the idea here, right? You just need to do this with all the bones later. Finger. But I will spoiler here, this model, it's just bad. It's not, you can do a lot of, you can spend a lot of time here trying to fix, but the model is very, very bad. I just recommend don't do this model. It's very bad. Yeah, okay, the hand is still awful. Yeah, the finger is still awful. But the finger should be rounded, right? And yeah, should be rounded, not squared like this one. It's one of the reasons that it's not working very well. Okay. Let me try a little bit more. Yeah. Lost again here. Okay. Okay. It's it's better, but yeah. But doesn't matter. You can spend a lot of time on this model. We will not get any good results here. I'm sorry for getting this model. It's too much broken. I was hoping for some errors and some trouble, not all the errors, all the trouble. But okay, here. Let's do it again. And there we go. It's a little bit better now. Right? Let me show you here. Yeah, it's a little bit better, but you don't have enough faces to do a good weighting here, right? I will not extend too much here, but you got the idea, right? You can see on the torso is working well, but the torso is really easy to, it's really hard to miss actually, but it can happen. Also, another thing that happen often is right on the on between the legs. that the pelvis that does not distribute very well here, and the legs look like it's all ragged, but it's just a matter of waiting. And another problem, uh, yeah, hands, shoulder, and between the legs. These are the most common problems. So for the hands, you need to go on and do all the weights manually, but not with a model like this. Yeah, this one will never work with these hands. Okay, the torso is fine. See, it's not so bad. This is because of the legs. It have like a, I think when the animation was imported to Blender, it was not retargeted correctly, so it's not working perfectly. But uh, it helps you to see where the weights can be better. So it's very useful, right? Okay, let me get back here. Pose difference, matching poses, step-by-step guide, tips. The separation problem, parenting, we cover this, we cover this. Okay, this one here is very important because when you start the process to export with the plugin, right here, it will be expecting to match, it will create a FBX file, and this FBX file is expecting the armature to be named like this. So if you import twice, like I did here, the male and female one on the same scene, Blender will probably rename it. So you need to be careful to use this one. And also, if you are doing everything manually, you need to keep the hierarchy and the same name for all the bones. So the process will create the FX file with the right nomenclature and everything else. And okay, so one thing we should talk about a little bit is materials right here. So let's go to this mesh here, materials. This section here, where is the Hamilton material section? These are the maps. This is the only part that will matter. If you go and use materials like on Blender and create everything fancy and shiny here, it doesn't matter. You need to bake and then put here, right? Or else it will export either a white mesh or it will not export at all. Also, you need to be careful when you are using for this sample here. We have let me see. Okay, here, yeah, the textures. We have a lot of different, right? PNG, JPEG, and JPEG. A lot of different formats. You should standardize and do only TGA. You cannot use DDS. You can use PNG or I don't remember, but I think it's PNG and TIFF maybe. But I don't recommend. I recommend using the TGA. You have no problem. And also, another thing you should do is right here, match the dimensions as well, right? Because when this, for example, this base color, we'll try to use the normals, and we'll try to spread the color on the normals and the roughness. For some reason, the plugin wants all on the same size. If they are not matching the size, it will probably give an error, and it will not tell you that this is the error. So I recommend you to standardize all the dimensions as well. In this case, they are just too big, but they are standardized, so not so bad. This one is way too big. Yeah, but anyway, this is something that you should pay attention as well. And here you will have like a lot of options, right? On the maps, it's pretty clear that this is the base color. You have the docs to follow and see what you need for this part here. What you will not see on the docs is this part here, which is also important because here you can do the hair and two-sided shading, because sometimes you export something like a glass or a skirt and it will be transparent on inside, so you need to use this option here. Also, the alpha blending when you are doing glass, or you have something that is transparent and you want to mesh, blend the meshes, you can use here as well. Also mark this for the hair. When you export the hair, it will always export white, and on the engine it have like all the settings there to the color. The shadows, you don't need to worry too much about this part here. Yeah, this is the most used. The alpha blending, the two-sided, and the hair, right? This subtracing scattering, it's for skin and also works, but sometimes it gets too shiny. You need to try out, you see, and see what works best for you, your texture or the rendering. Um, so this part here I cannot explain because I don't understand as well too much. So it's all related to when you import the entities. I will get there in just a few. Uh, the animations here, you don't need to worry about it if you do all the processor right. It will not care about this one. It will inherit. So my my plugin is a little bit tweaked because I was experimenting. So for you, you have only these two, male and female. So in this case, male one, and don't forget to change the name of the armature when you are using. So on the mesh name, I standardize using mesh like this, and for entity, I usually go for the same name of the mesh or something related to the entity that I am using in game. Uh, Lately, I'm doing like basically a lot of meshes at the same time, so I'm using kind of abbreviations because it's too many. But you can man with a gun, and the error are gone. So you are all set, good to go here, except for the hands, right? But this is just for testing. If you have any trouble later on, you can contact me. I will help you. Um, Let me see. Let's go to the game side of things. Another thing that you need to be aware as well, if you have both Stranded and Jagged Alliance or Surviving Mars, you need to be aware that the assets processor for these three games are not the same. For Surviving Mars and SAD, they are the same, but the Jagged Alliance one is different. It's the latest version available, but it works different, right? Uh, because of the game uses a proxy for the animations on the engine, and the sad one and the Surviving Mars one doesn't. Okay, come here. This part here is also important. I recommend you all as well to use the common lib, because it will fix a lot of things, and uh, I'm using here. So, but in just in case, I still using the old format like this for the classes, but with the common lib, it doesn't matter if it's male or female. But let's come here. When you are importing for the game, you create a new mesh mod item like this, and if you don't have common lib, you need to type here. In my case, I will just choose one here. In this case, I already imported a backpack, so I would choose here. And in the current version of the common lib, you can save the template here. It's very useful as well. So I have all my templates here already ready to work. Um, and you come here and you have access to the export entities and everything that you have been working with. Let me see if this entity is working. Yeah, it's working. Okay. So this is a scarf that I was testing the weight before publishing. So it doesn't have a class. I will choose a class here, usually hat. Hat. Okay. Then here you have all the details for this entity. In this case, is a scarf. It's a piece of clothing, and we are not using the material type. This is more when you are doing something that is a wall or a vehicle or something like this, that you need some material, because may explode and they have like a lot of properties for this, and the collision with camera, everything. For weapons and equipment, yeah, body parts, you don't need to change nothing. It's all good. Only the class parents to show on the appears a preset here later. So let's test this car. I think this one is not good with a weight. yeah, the weights are not good here. When you turn the neck, if you it turns the neck and it doesn't move. It moves like all at once. So what I did, I use it. I mixed the weights for the head and the neck, and I did a gradient. So when move the head to the side, this part follow the neck, and this part follow the head. So it looks more realistic, right? But this one is not so bad as it is. But I like to do everything very close to the reality as possible. Let me see. Alright. Recap and questions. Any question? Or anything you want to need to talk it again? All good? I feel stupid all the time. But alright, if you have any question or want to recap, I will be available. So resources you can find in the folder, in the shared folder. You can find this HTML with a lot of links where you can find resources with some documentation and some guides, and also a consent for the recording of this mini workshop. So basically that's it. I thank you for this hour of me talking about all this stuff, and see you later. All right.